Do you find yourself battling the relentless tide of external events, feeling every ripple of pressure, every whisper of doubt? Are you an entrepreneur, a leader, a professional, whose very success hinges on an unwavering composure amidst the storm of chaos? Or perhaps you are simply someone who yearns to break free from the invisible shackles of emotional reactivity, the sudden outbursts that bring regret, the gnawing anxiety that clouds judgment, the endless loop of what-if thinking that saps your vital energy. The modern world, with its relentless demands and ceaseless information flow, often leaves us feeling like a ship adrift, battered by waves we cannot control. Yet the true struggle is rarely found in the external maelstrom itself. The world around us is an intricate symphony of unpredictable forces, a constant, often brutal test of our inner fortitude. Yet one must understand that the true battle is not waged in the external arena, but within the silent, sacred chambers of the mind. This is not a personal failing, a unique weakness that afflicts only a few. On the contrary, it is the universal human challenge to stand as an unmovable force in a world of perpetual motion, to be an anchor in a sea of turbulence. The path to inner stillness, the blueprint for true emotional invincibility, is not some mystical journey reserved for a select few initiates or cloistered monks. It is, instead, a profound discipline, a verifiable science, a practical and actionable blueprint for unwavering personal power that anyone, regardless of their current circumstances, can master. This is the cornerstone of all lasting achievement, the foundation upon which empires, both personal and professional, are built. By the end of this journey, you will not merely possess a theoretical understanding of these profound truths. You will begin to feel the blueprint for becoming emotionally bulletproof ingrained within your very being. You will acquire the wisdom and the practical tools to navigate the most formidable storms of life with a calm that radiates authentic authority, a composure that commands natural respect, and an inner stillness that will, without question, unlock your true and limitless potential. This is not a promise of an easy road, but a guarantee of an unshakable spirit capable of walking any road. The first and perhaps most liberating principle on this journey to an unshakable spirit is the law of deliberate indifference. It is crucial to immediately clarify what this principle is not. This is emphatically not an endorsement of apathy, nor is it an invitation to withdraw from the world or to become unfeeling. On the contrary, it is the highest form of conscious engagement. The law of deliberate indifference is the profound conscious decision to meticulously withhold your precious emotional energy, your invaluable mental focus, from that which does not genuinely serve your higher purpose, your grand vision, or your ultimate well-being. It is the recognition, deeply profound in its implications, that every external event, every critical word hurled your way, every unexpected setback that attempts to derail your progress, every piece of fleeting news holds only the exact measure of power you consciously choose to grant it. Most people tragically react reflexively, scattering their emotional capital like loose change to every passing stimulus. But the individual who understands this law knows that true power lies not in reacting to everything, but in selective engagement, in the masterful, intentional redirection of your focus toward that which elevates and empowers you. Consider for a moment the profound wisdom of the Stoic philosophers of ancient Rome, figures like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. These were not reclusive academics. They were statesmen, advisors to emperors, and individuals who faced the harshest realities of life: exile, political turmoil, the loss of loved ones, even their own mortality, not with despair, not with bitter resentment, but with an intellectual curiosity, a profound sense of inner peace, and an unwavering commitment to their core inner principles. They grasped a truth that remains as relevant today as it was millennia ago. While the external world possessed the power to strip them of their material possessions, their social standing, or even their physical freedom, it could never, under any circumstance, touch their most sacred faculty, their power of choice. It could not dictate how they would feel about their circumstances. Their indifference was not a sign of weakness or a lack of care. It was, in fact, a formidable shield, a profound act of self-mastery, an unyielding declaration of internal sovereignty, not a surrender to fate. They understood that the mind, when disciplined, is an impregnable fortress. We too possess this same inherent faculty. The critical question then becomes, what external noise, what trivial distraction, what fleeting criticism are you currently permitting to exert undue power over your inner peace, your emotional equilibrium? Take a moment right now to identify just one specific area in your life where you will, starting today, practice the revolutionary act of deliberate indifference. Reclaim your mental sovereignty. The second pivotal principle, deeply intertwined with the first, is the forge of anticipation. It is a stark truth that most individuals, when confronted with unexpected challenges, react with panic, with emotional outbursts, or with paralyzing indecision, precisely because they are caught entirely unprepared. Their minds are like soft clay, easily molded by the first powerful external force that strikes. The forge of anticipation, however, demands a radical shift in this default human programming. It compels you to mentally rehearse potential challenges, not with the intention of inviting them, but with the profound purpose of inoculating yourself against their inevitable shock and disorienting impact. This is the strategist's mindset applied meticulously to your emotional landscape. It is the act of looking ahead, envisioning the storm before it breaks, so that when it does arrive, you are ready to respond with unwavering clarity, calculated precision, and steadfast composure, rather than recoiling in a chaotic, unthinking reflex. It is the difference between being swept away by the current and expertly navigating it. Consider the absolute dedication of elite military strategists throughout history. They do not merely hope for peace, they prepare for war. They spend countless hours meticulously planning for every conceivable battlefield scenario, even the most improbable or unlikely. They anticipate enemy movements, logistical challenges, and unforeseen obstacles. This intense mental pre-pavement of potential difficulties does something extraordinary within the human psyche. It actively builds and reinforces robust neural pathways for calm, calculated, and effective responses, rather than allowing for panicked, emotional reactions. The legendary composure exhibited by commanders on the battlefield, facing life or death decisions under immense pressure, is never accidental. It is not a random gift of temperament. On the contrary, their unwavering composure is forged in the searing fires of meticulous anticipation, honed through countless hours of mental preparation and strategic foresight. This same principle, this profound act of proactive mental conditioning, is available to you. Before you step into any potentially stressful situation, be it a high-stakes negotiation, a difficult conversation, a public presentation, or even a challenging family gathering, take a mere 5 minutes. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and mentally walk through the possible challenges that might arise. Then envision your ideal, composed, and effective response to each. This simple act is a shield against chaos and a sword for clarity. The third and perhaps most profound principle, one that underpins the very possibility of emotional mastery, is the Sanctuary of Stillness. In a world that is meticulously designed to distract, to overwhelm, to perpetually demand your attention, the ability to consciously cultivate moments of profound inner stillness is no longer a luxury. It has become an absolute, non-negotiable necessity for sanity, clarity, and sustained high performance. This sanctuary is not a physical place that you must seek out in some remote wilderness. It is an internal space, a sacred mental refuge where you can reliably reconnect with your highest self, with your innate wisdom. It is the crucible where true clarity, undistorted by the ceaseless noise of external demands, finally emerges. It is within this sanctuary that your emotional resilience is not merely maintained, but powerfully recharged and fortified. It is only in this profound stillness that you can truly hear the authentic voice of your own deepest wisdom, unmuffled by the relentless clamor of external opinions, demands, and anxieties. This inner quiet is the wellspring of true power. Look deeply into the lives of highly effective leaders, innovators, and profound thinkers throughout history, from the ancient emperors who guided vast empires to the modern titans of industry who shape our world. Despite the immense external pressures that constantly weighed upon them, many, if not most, carved out non-negotiable sacred time for deep reflection, silent meditation, or quiet contemplation. These were not moments of idleness, but periods of intense, purposeful internal work. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor of Rome, famously penned his timeless meditations not in the tranquility of a peaceful study, but amidst the brutal chaos of military campaigns. He found solace, profound clarity, and strategic insight within the very heart of war by retreating to his inner sanctuary. His greatest decisions, the ones that shaped the course of an empire, often emerged from these moments of profound internal quiet, born from the stillness that he painstakingly cultivated. Your own greatest decisions, your deepest insights, and your most resilient emotional responses will likewise emerge from this internal sanctuary. Begin today. You do not need hours. You need only discipline. Find a mere 5 minutes, just 300 seconds, to disconnect from all external stimuli. Silence your devices, close your door, and simply observe your breath, the gentle rhythm of your own existence. Make this sanctuary, however brief, a non-negotiable part of your daily ritual. It is in this silent space that your unshakable spirit will be forged and continually renewed. We have journeyed together through 3 profound principles, 3 pillars upon which you can undeniably build an unshakable inner world. The Law of Deliberate Indifference, the strategic advantage of the forge of anticipation, and the vital necessity of the Sanctuary of Stillness. These are not mere abstract concepts to be intellectually debated. They are practical, actionable blueprints for a life lived with intentionality, with power, and with profound inner peace. They are the keys to liberating yourself from the tyranny of external circumstances. Remember this singular profound truth, for it is the main takeaway, the crystallizing idea that illuminates the entire path. True freedom is not found in the absence of external pressure, but in the absolute, undeniable mastery of your internal response to it. You, and you alone, hold the inviolable key to your emotional destiny. No circumstance, no person, no setback can rob you of this ultimate power unless you willingly surrender it. If you are truly ready to claim this inherent power, to stand unbowed amidst the inevitable storms of life, like this video now. Subscribe to this channel for more blueprints to your ultimate success, for more wisdom designed to empower your journey, and in the comments below, declare the one principle among these 3 that you will commit to applying in your life, starting now. Will it be the liberation of deliberate indifference, the foresight of anticipation, or the grounding peace of the Sanctuary of Stillness? Your future self, a more resilient, more powerful, and truly unshakable version of you, awaits your decision. Make it.